Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So this is episode 9 of Project 10k. It's been a bit of a slow week this week. Not that I've been running slow, it's just I've not been able to get out much. So it's only my second run of the week. I've had to pivot with the weather, etc. Work has kicked in. But yeah, I'm going to try and get out now. Like I said, the weather's gone a bit icy, but we're going to try and get out. So yeah, it's my second run of the week. I'm going to try and get out, get a run in, but I'll explain more when I'm out. Let's get on with this episode. So yeah, so I'm out on my run now. So yeah, the plan was obviously 3 runs as normal this week. But my legs were a bit achy Monday, Tuesday from the half marathon last weekend and the 5k the same weekend. So my legs took a bit of a beating that weekend. Yeah, so I'd obviously had a couple of days rest. Monday, Tuesday, did a gym recovery session, and then Wednesday evening, get out on the first run of the week, which was a threshold run. That felt really good. Legs felt recovered. Really cold temperatures, so I kind of like running in cold weather. Jesus. So yeah, and then Friday morning was the plan to get out again. I ran out of time, didn't get a chance to go before work, and then Friday evening, shit, this is a bad idea. And then Friday evening, I think it was the World Cup. I think I decided to watch the World Cup instead and get out Saturday morning. And then there was snow and ice on Saturday morning, and again the plan was an interval session. So I thought, well, there's no point me getting out and not doing the interval session, so I delayed until today. It's cleared a little bit, as in a bit of the rain overnight's washed a bit away, but still freezing today, so it's 0 degrees C today, so there is still plenty of ice about. I've nearly slipped over a couple of times, but my logic is I'm going to stick to B roads. They should have been a bit gritted, they're quieter than obviously a main road, so I can run down the road. Pavements are obviously no good, they're all completely iced over. I had to walk like the first nearly quarter of a mile to get away from my house because all the pavements and paths were all frozen. So yeah, so the plan's a B road. Like I said, there is patches, but it's quiet, there's not loads of cars about, so if I stick to a B road I should be okay. If I get a chance and I find a clear stretch, I might still try and get my intervals in. It was just going to be 5 times 500, just as a little speed session. So basically I pivoted rather than it being, the plan was an interval session and then a 12k. So I've kind of combined them a bit. I'm going to try and get 15k covered today at whatever speed, hoping first 5k steady, maybe the middle 5 will be me 5 times 5 intervals with 500 meters float recovery, and then 5k just easy cool down. That'll get a bit of mileage in the legs and get a bit of interval work in, but we'll see. Like I said, running at 5k pace, 5-minute k pace is semi-treacherous at the minute, so but yeah, gets a bit more of this run done. I'll check back in if I manage to get a bit of interval work in. So yeah, so I stuck with the B roads. They're not great, there is patches of ice, so I think I'm going to give the intervals a miss. There's no point me trying to be stupid and do a sprint, hit a patch of ice and go. What's the point? So this is going to be like a 15k. I'll try and do it as Fartlek as possible, so any patches where it's dry you might be able to pick it up like I am now, or I can ease off. So I think I'll just treat it like a 15k Fartlek run. I'll vary the speeds where I can, but it's just about managing the distance now. Getting around without falling over is the main goal of the run. But yeah, so if I had to change, it's going to end up being 2 runs this week, not 3. But again, those that watch the channel for long enough, I'm not bothered about it. I'm always quite flexible, and obviously this Project 10k, yeah, it's not a training program, it's more just a winter training plan. It's just something for me to aim for over the winter. I'm glad I did it. It's kind of been perfect for what I needed. If I'd have just done nothing and just ran through to the end of the year when I decided I wasn't going to do any more races, then I would have probably I would have been running obviously, but there'd have been no impetus in my running. I would have just ticked along, which is fine, but this is giving me a bit of a focus for the end of the year. So yeah, this is episode 9, which caps the end of week 9. So yeah, there's only been 2 runs this week. My threshold run on Wednesday, and obviously this one I'm on now, which is going to be hopefully a 15k Fartlek run. So a bit of a lower mileage week. Next week's week 10, and that's the last proper week of training. I'll probably try and get 3 or 4 runs in next week, try and make up for this week. And then I've got like a mini taper where I'm away the week before Christmas, so I'm going to probably just do 2 over 10k steezy runs just to get some more miles in the legs, but it'll be nice and easy steezy, so I'm not taxing my legs. And then probably, like I said, 22nd, 23rd of December, I'll do my 10k attempt. Predictions are still welcome. I've had a few more come in. So the original goal was sub 43, because when I started the project 9 weeks ago, my PB was 46.53, I think it was. So the goal was sub 43. 5 weeks in, I did an interim PB attempt. Anyone who's not watched that, feel free. And on the interim attempt, I got down to 43 minutes 10, so I knocked a big chunk off the time. So then I readjusted, and the new goal for me now is sub 42. But anyone can predict what they want, what am I going to run on the day. So in just under 2 weeks time, have a stab at a prediction, drop it in the comments. Like I said, any time goes. I'm not going to be offended if you put a super fast time or a super slow time. It's just obviously a bit of a fun guess challenge. So have a guess, see who gets the closest. Whoever is closest will get a shout out on the review when I've done it. But yeah, so 1 week left after this week, and then a bit of a taper week, and then it's PB attempt. So, and that'll be the last big thing for the year. I'll just take over the last week of the year probably, and then I'll drop my 2022 review video and my 2023 plan video in terms of what we're going to be doing next year. So look out for those. But yeah, I'm going to carry on this run. I'll get a bit more footage. I'll probably just check in now at the end. Okay guys, run done. So it was 15k, and it was kind of mildly fartlek. It was mainly around 5 minute per k pace unless I was vlogging, and I did try and chuck in a couple of bursts. They were more like strides than sustained effort, so maybe 15-20 second bursts every now and then just to get the legs turned over. It felt tougher than it probably should have done. I don't know if it's just the cold or what, but my hamstrings weren't enjoying it. Both of them have feel really tight. I think it's just the cold temperatures. They just stiffened up a bit. But yes, that's the week 9 finished. I think I've only hit 26k this week, so it's kind of a lower mileage week. But again, that's just how it goes. Not too bothered. Some more miles on the legs. Like I said, this is just a fun winter challenge. So I've got 1 more week of solid training. Next week I think I'm going to try and give that the max. Try and get maybe an extra run in. Maybe get a 4th run in to maybe make up for this week's 2 runs. But I said, oh no, not too bad. Weather and other stuff I've got in the way family. Oh, sorry guys, the camera's just died. I think it was the cold weather as well. It had 20% a minute ago and now it's got 0. So yeah, I only hit 26k this week's with lower mileage week, but I said I'll make up for it next week. One last week of training, and then that's it. Oh, a bit of a, like I say, mini taper where I get a couple of steezy runs in, and then give it all I've got for my last 10k PB attempt for this year, see what I've got in my legs, see what I can get down to. If you haven't dropped a guess in yet, drop it in the comments. Prediction time. If you haven't yet subscribed, please consider doing so. But yeah, I do appreciate everyone who has done already, all those that are like and share. So we're going steadily. I'm enjoying all the vlogging, so I'm going to continue to obviously into the foreseeable. But yeah, do appreciate everyone's support. I will see everyone on the next one.